And today's video is going to be part 1 of 4 where we're trying to get a car to go 125 miles per hour. So this is going to be the first test of several that we're going to be doing to try to build this car up to get it to that 125 mile per hour speed. But today we're going to test to see how fast it goes. All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be focused on something a little bit differently. There's a friend of mine who's trying to get this car up to about 125 miles per hour. So we're going to try to see if we can do that. But first of all, we're going to test it in kind of the configuration that he has here. So we are going to be running it on 6S only today. I have some of my new Z Racing lipo 6S lipos I want to try in here first. We're just going to use one lipo. I'll put a link in the description to their site where you guys can go check these lipos out. They have 2S's, 4S's, 6S's, and then they also have different milliamps, of course, too, and they have different C ratings, and they have connectors that can fit just about every major brand car out there, from the EC5s to the XT90s and all kinds of different sorts out there. So I'll put a link in the description below to this battery that I'm using in this video, and then I'll also put a link for maybe some suggested vehicles like some 8S cars and 4S cars where you can use their lipos and stuff with. So anyway, back to this. So this is kind of a custom build that a friend has that we're doing some testing with. And I don't know how fast this is going to go like this, but it does have an 8S system in it. It has the Arrma 8S system that's used in like the Creighton 8S and stuff. And it does have a gearing, so it does have a bigger pinion gear, and it has a 34-tooth pinion gear on the 46 spur gear, I believe, that the Infraction or Felony comes with. So we're going to test that out to see how this runs. Of course, you get the most performance out of 8S with this. And then also he's got a little bit of customization he did to this. So you guys see there with that wing and stuff that's on the back of that, that's actually a Creighton wing that he put on the back of the 8S Creighton wing. So I'm not sure how this is going to hold up, but definitely is not going to get over 100 with this wing on there, and as loose as that is. So there needs to be some adjustments for that. And the suspension you guys see there is not the best in the world. He's got different shocks on here, so those shocks or suspension is going to have to be changed out. But I want to run it in its stock configuration to see how this runs. And then of course the tires and stuff, these are probably going to be okay for about 80 to maybe 90 miles per hour, but once you start getting into 100, tires like these are just going to bust and balloon. They're not going to hold up to any power to it. And then of course you guys see there's a little engine in the back of there. So how he did this was he just strapped a crawler engine. I don't know which one it is, but if he tells me, I'll try to put in the description. But it's a crawler engine that's strapped onto the back of that, and that makes it more like a C8 Corvette where they have the engine in the back and you can see it. So that's a great idea. I never would have thought about that. But I think he needs to remove these stickers so you can actually see the motor, because these stickers take away from seeing the motor. I mean, that's pretty innovative there, and these stickers kind of take away because you don't really see it. When the sticker's off, you can see it better. But anyway, if I can find the information on it, I'll put that down below. But I can already tell the way this is kind of bouncing. The suspension needs to be adjusted on it, but I don't expect this to go super fast, but I am curious how fast it goes. And then we're going to do modifications. That's why I say this is kind of a part series where we're going to do parts 1, 2, 3, and then hopefully by part 4 we can get up to 125 miles per hour with this system. So we're going to have to do some gear changes, suspension changes, tire changes, test the aerodynamics of the vehicle. So I'm going to actually do that with this vehicle and show that to you guys as we start working over the next probably 6 to 8 weeks or so to get this up to par to doing 125 miles. So anyway, I'm going to quit my yapping and we're going to go ahead and get this running. All right, y'all, so we're ready to get this going. So this is kind of for kicks and giggles too, because I know that this is going to be a build car I'm working on with somebody, long story short. But I know that wing is probably not going to be the best for trying to get this over 80, 90 miles per hour, and the tires probably are not going to hold up either. But we're going to test it anyway. And I want to test these lipos, and I want to test them in a vehicle that's going to kind of push the lipos to their limit. So anyway, we got our GPS all set up, making sure that's catching, which it is. It needs some upgrades, like that servo is just not powerful enough to run this. But anyway, let's go. It may do okay, but I don't know. I'm at this area. All right, let's go. Oh, it's doing okay. It's doing a little better than I thought. Let's see how that first pass went anyway before we do another one. See how that kind of spun out there? definitely needs some adjustments to it. But that's part of the hobby, is getting these things and building them up. I'm thinking that went about 60, maybe 70, but let's see real quick. Yep, 69, close to 70. So start this again. We should be able to get a little bit more out of this, but let me go ahead and try it again. Ooh. I think this lady's coming by right up here. I'm gonna let her go by real quick so I don't run into her. I'm gonna pause this real quick for a second as she walks across, we're calling this 85. Well, I'm not even gonna pause it. She's gonna go by there real quick. Let's see if we can get a good open pass on this. I was worried about how this wing was gonna handle on here, but anyway, let's go. Let's try this again. Now that I know it can handle the speed and power. You guys hear that body hitting? Look at that. Suspension definitely needs to be redone too. It's got different shocks on there. It needs to be touched up on. So after I test this, I know what kind of needs to be done to this, but let's see what we got here. I was expecting about close to 80 with this, but 71. All right, let's try this one more time. I don't think it's gonna be too hot in there. I should have brought my temp gun, but make sure I stop that GPS. I think I started and stopped it. Should be able to do several passes. I think there's somebody walking out too. So we'll let them come on by. All right, let's go. At least we can get 75. I doubt it, but I know this area is good for about 100 and something. All right, let's bring this on back. See, look at those wide turns. And it's using, as you guys see here, a DX2E radio. So there needs to be adjustments and stuff made to it. But let's see if we beat that 71 miles per hour. 70, so we lost 1 mile. So we're gonna do one more pass real quick, just to see what we get on that. Make sure I start this GPS. Sometimes I forget that I did hit start or stop on it. We got it going. All right, this is gonna be the last pass, y'all. It's either all out or nothing. Ooh, stop. All right, let's go. Y'all know I had to get this down one more time. Yeah, it needs some major adjustments to the shocks. You guys see the way that body's hitting. Part of that is because of the wing and stuff. Of course, these bodies do look good. All right, let's see what we got on that one real quick. I doubt we beat that at all. Come on, GPS, catch. Shouldn't take that long. We're probably still 70, 71. So 70. So 71 is the best speed that I got out of this so far. And with this being a 8S motor, when you put 8S in here, it'll probably be a lot faster, but I don't have two 4S that I can test with this just yet, but I'll probably do 4S maybe later today or tomorrow. If you guys want to see that, put that in the comments below, because it'd be curious. Normally when you go to 8S, we definitely will probably hit about 90 something miles per hour. Basically it's because of the system. This is kind of an 8S system and stuff that's in here, but we'll try that at some point in time. I know people have done it before, but remember, this still has the center diff and stuff in there too. It does not have the spool like the Limitless does. I think the center diff's a 46 tooth. spur gear, and then it's of course a 34 tooth pinion gear, so you guys can kind of do the math there with that. But anyway, wanted to get this out. I want to test these batteries and show this to you guys. So this is going to be a work in progress. Need to adjust and get that wing off of there, do a couple things with that. The tires seem to be holding up okay for right now, but once we go ADAS and put a lot more power to it, I think these tires are not going to hold up. I'm going to have to get some GRPs or something on them, but we'll figure all that out, because you still can use GRPs with the Felony kind of setup for it, where you just kind of have an extension or extender that kind of extends the tires and wheels out. But we'll get into all that if we're going to do a complete build on this. And of course, it ate somewhat there on the body too. But put your comments down below, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, stay tuned for the next video. As always, I appreciate you watching.